Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? It is your girl Patrice, and welcome to Inspirational Talk with Patrice. I know it's been a long time. It's been several weeks now since you guys haven't heard from me. So today I want to do an inspirational talk. But before, let me just be real because I've always been real with you guys and I've always been real with my audience. There've been a lot going on behind the scenes, everything good, like a lot of work going on and working on a lot of projects. But for the past 2 weeks, I have been in a rut. And even the strongest person sometimes get tired and get demotivated. And I am a very strong person. I am very motivated. I am self-motivated. But sometimes I find myself in that rut. And I find myself feeling demotivated. I find myself feeling overwhelmed. I find myself not wanting to film. And even though deep down I really want to. And I want to ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself in a rut as well? Have you ever been there? You want to do something, you want to start that journey, you want to go after your dreams and your goals, but you're feeling so demotivated at the moment. You're feeling so overwhelmed. Your mind is being flooded with these negative thoughts and you don't know what to do. And, I am a coach and I am a speaker, and my mind was being flooded with these negative thoughts of, I am not going to make it, this is not going to happen. And I want to let you know that when your mind is being flooded with negative thoughts, that there is something great on the horizon. And as my mind was being flooded with the negative thoughts, my husband reminded me of an incident that took place where I was alone and I felt abandoned on a journey, and then in the end I was right all along. So several months ago, when during the election I had to renew my voting card, and I went there early in the morning because I know it was going to be very busy. So I went there at 6 o'clock. And when I went there were persons standing, there was no one in any line. And then I was standing in a line, and then others formed another line and saying that that is the correct line. And I was still standing in the same position where I was, and everybody was coming and going to the other line that was there. And I started asking my husband, like, are you sure I'm in the right line? I told some other persons to join me in this line, and they refused to join me. They refused to join me. They wanted to go with the bigger crowd. They wanted to go with the bigger line because they felt as if that was the correct line. And I was there. I was doubting myself. I was doubting my purpose. I was doubting my strength. I was doubting my intelligence. Have you ever been to a place where you've been doubting yourself and you think that the decision that you've made is wrong because everybody else is going with the bigger thing? And there I was in this line for 2 hours waiting for the electoral office to open, all alone by myself, while the majority of the crowd was on the other side. And as the time got closer to opening, the workers started coming. So I knew one of the workers and I asked her, which one is the correct line? Am I in the wrong line? That's the first thing I did, was shine that negativity on me. And we always do that because we doubt ourselves. And that is one of the reasons why we go into a rut. And I asked her, am I in the wrong line? Should I move? Should I move? And she looked at me and she said, no, you are in the right line. All of those persons, they are wrong and you are correct. And persons who came and refused to join the line with me, they had to go to the back of the line. Persons who were there from 6:30 standing in the wrong place for hours, they had to form a new line, which put them far back in the line than they would have been if they stood in the line with me. So I want to let you know that sometimes when you're in a rut, you're comparing yourself to others, not knowing that the persons you are comparing yourself to are not really of substance. They are not correct. And you may feel abandoned and alone because you choose to stick your ground and you still choose to put out what you want to do. And just know that you are in the right line. Just like I was there in the line by myself for 2 hours, feeling lonely, doubting myself, feeling demotivated, only to find out that I was right all along. So that's one of the reasons why you would be in a rut. So let my story encourage you that even though you may feel as if you are not correct, that you are wrong, and everybody else is right, just know that wide is the gate, wide is the road to destruction, but narrow is the road to success, which means that the wider road, the bigger crowd, it is not always the correct thing to do. So encourage yourself and let yourself know that it is okay. Another way of pulling yourself out of the rut is knowing that it takes time. Success takes time. It's not overnight. Have you ever tasted a grandmother's food versus the microwave food that we have today? We are the microwave generation. We want everything now. And when you cook like instant noodles or instant food or these frozen dinners, they do not taste authentic. They do not taste of quality. The nutritional value is not there compared to when your grandmother used to make it, where it will take 3 hours just to make pasta. I always wonder why. But it will taste fantastic. It will have great nutritional value. And just like a Rolls Royce, it takes Rolls Royce about 6 months to make just one. Whereas it takes Honda and other Honda and Toyotas a shorter time, just a matter of about 2 to 3 weeks to make. And know that you are a Rolls Royce. So you may feel you're feeling down, that whatever you are hoping for, it's not gonna come. Whatever you are dreaming for, it's not gonna come through. And I'm here to let you know that it's gonna come through. And it's because you are a Rolls Royce. It's because it's taking time. You are being customized for your situation. Your dreams and goals are customized. They are not a mass market production. So let that motivate you. Let that encourage you and bring you out of that rut that you are in, because we all get there. But just know that it is okay to stand in the line by yourself, just like I was there standing in the line by myself for 2 hours, doubting myself, doubting my decision, only to find out that I was correct all along. Another way to pull yourself out of the rut is know that it's okay to be alone for a while. It is okay to be by yourself for a time, because sometimes we need to be alone so that we can get our thoughts going, so that we don't be influenced and we don't be contaminated by other person's thoughts and other person's decision. And that is why sometimes you need to pull yourself apart. You need to pull yourself away from the crowd, pull yourself away from your friends. And many biblical stories you would read is that these great men of God and men and women, sometimes they took some time out by themselves so that they can be alone with their Creator, so that there would be no one to discourage them, to discourage the thoughts and the creativity that is flowing through them at the moment. Because sometimes you have a great idea. You want to start a smoothie business. You want to start a motivation business. You want to start a clothing business. And then you go and you share that idea with someone and they debunk that idea, discouraging you. So it's okay to be a while for a moment. It is okay to be by yourself for a moment. And let that motivate you that you are in the process of developing and birthing something great. So I just wanted to motivate you guys today. I wanted to inspire you. I hope that my story of me standing in that electoral office line for 2 hours by myself, thinking that I was wrong, I asked other persons to join and they said, no, that is not the right line. The other line is the correct line, because other persons are there and I do not want to join you. Only to find out that I was right all along and they wish that they joined me in that line. So some persons who don't want to join you on that journey, the persons who do not want to support you in your business, the persons who do not want to support your relationship, the persons who do not want to support your dreams, later on they're going to come and say, I wish I stood by you. I wish I was there in that line with you too. So just know that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling alone, you are in the right line. You are on the right path. Greatness is coming. Just continue holding steadfast. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dream. Do not give up on you. Do not doubt you. And continue pushing through when it gets hard. Continue pushing through and continue overcoming. So, let this be an inspiration for you throughout this day. Let it be your medication of motivation to push you forward and to pull you out of that rut. So I want to thank you guys so much for listening to me and for joining and supporting me. And until next time, love you guys.